that the global north has used its lens to define what's beautiful in the world. And I think that that absolutely must change. I think that a people must be allowed to define what beauty is to them, and that when they do, we must listen. 2 years ago, we put out a book, a fashion book, called Not African Enough. And for us, this book was to push back against this idea that as a continent made up of 55 countries, we have a singular fashion aesthetic, which is rooted in Dutch wax print. And that's absolutely false. Because this logic only looks at 5 or 6 countries. But we find that this happens quite often, that whenever people speak about Africa, they speak in pretty broad strokes. And so like books that cover African fashion, for instance, will look at 5 to 6 countries, the usual suspects: South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, sometimes Morocco. And then that will then be used to say that African fashion is. But how do you get a good sense of what's happening on a continent? A continent made up of 55 countries by only looking at 6. We must start to see all 55 countries, which is challenging, but important. And so we kind of want to take up the challenge. So this summer, the beautiful island of Sao Tome, at the Gola Biennale, will do just that. One look from each country of the continent. And obviously, one look is only a glimpse on what's being produced on the continent. But I think this allows us to start to see the continent more fully and to start to enter with more depth. So the plan is to have 55 looks, one from each country, and we'll try our best to make it as beautiful as we can.